Hello, trading is closed on the 18th of June 2014, and I'm Jeffrey Tennant. There really wasn't much of a mejt call from yesterday. The only call was that there was an optional target of 1941.12, which is here. As always, there is support under mejt targets, so that worked. From June 11th, we had a target of 1946 plus. There was a high here of 1946.02, nailing it on the head. Typically that leads to a good sized drop, which it did. Let's take a look at what happened during intraday trading. Early on, before any of the late heroics happened, mejt said that ultimately higher prices would print. It identified the 1941.12 target. It said the drop below it was a false move. It said prices would return to this thick line. There was resistance over the line. It identified this price as a target. It said once again the drop below that line was a false move. We then rallied. We hit the target from the ultimate buy signal in the morning, which is color coded. We hit the 1946 plus target from last week. The system said the move was a false move and prices would drop, which they did. And it's now saying this whole rally is false and gives us a target of 1942.43, most likely to print tomorrow. That's quite a drop from where we are now, because we closed just about 1957. So we're talking about 14.5 points. So the question is, will that target fail? Is there any other evidence to support a drop? Let's take a look at a few things. One interesting thing is the VXO. This is the old VIX. It fell to a multi-year low. It's below its Bollinger Band, its lower Bollinger Band. A reversal through the band is typically a sign of a top. We had prices under 10 today. That hasn't happened since the 2007 top. Once again, on the monthly chart, we're in bar 13 of a demarked sell. It is recycling, but sometimes the market forgets that. On the weekly, we are right in a sell signal based on the combo in green and the sequential in blue. On the daily, today was bar 12 of the combo sell. A higher close tomorrow will give us bar 13 and the sell signal on the daily too. The last bar could print early, so any higher high will put us in daily, weekly, and monthly sells. Today's high on the 78-minute chart was bar 13 of a sequential sell signal by DeMark's work. We also have a sell signal based on the 65-minute chart. The last bar has to take out the close of number 8. That's why there wasn't a sell signal until now. If we look at a shorter term pattern, we have a high right at the Fibonacci target of the prior consolidation. We have a wall into the close. Usually a wall into the close is a sign of frantic buying, or in case of a down wall, selling by the amateurs. Usually there's a drop, a gap down at the open, followed by a closing of the gap taking out the old high, having a new high in resistance there. The catch is when there's a new recovery high hit, it only works half the time. Half the time we keep going up. So for tomorrow, we have a target of 1942.43. Quite a big drop. We have DeMark sell signals on multiple time frames with a daily sell within a day of printing. We have extreme optimism marked not only by the VXO but also by the put call index. It shows everybody wants calls and nobody wants to buy puts. Some of these signals have failed a number of times on this multi-year rally, but they won't fail always and forever. We have a lower target for tomorrow, and I think it's a time to be cautious. I think even if the high isn't quite in yet, we could be awfully close. And the caveat is, if it fails big. And that's today's call.